guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're back over on the YouTube account and looking at something that I have been waiting for and waiting to see the announcement. That is right, guys. If you guys caught any of it, on the Maulers, we are getting a Brutus, but Brutus is actually going to the Awakened version, which we're going to look at in just a minute. Big shout out to AFK Inside. They leaked a lot of the information. I know they do a lot of data mining. So Brutus, as we know him today, he is in a lot of meta formations. Big thing with him, of course, is the last gasp ability. So this actually gives him a extended immunity, which with the signature item, with the furniture, you can actually just give him, and essentially with him right now, it is just buying time for other heroes within your formations to scale, to get crowd control off, to be kind of a damage sponge, which is going to be interesting to see if the new version of the Awakened version of Brutus is going to have that same abilities. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. All right, guys, so I dropped out the camera on this one. You can see right here, it is kind of the bone waste. Again, big shout out to AFK Inside for this. You can see Brutus right here, guys. Thinking of the original Brutus that we all have kind of grown and loved, this looks like it's a much more mature, grown-up, awakened version of Brutus. And I believe this is going to be kind of the event that they have going on. We've seen it similar. You can see Anastal right here, which is our brand new Mauler. You can also see Brutus right here. Looking at the sword and the depiction here, seems like the story is going to relate to both of these. Again, even though she is a brand new hero, it's kind of, a lot of people have kind of said like Brutus is the male version of the lion, and then the lioness is Anata. Which is kind of another version, but looking very, very cool. We've seen this before when they did the release. I believe it was Aziz. They did kind of this plate glass window, this stained glass window that they released the hero. We've seen it filled in kind of day by day. The final part was filled in with a video. If you guys do remember, again, going back to the Awakened Aziz, it was a video. They didn't seem to do as much with Thane, but the story of Aziz and how all of that came to be was very, very cool. From there, again, we do get kind of the elderly depiction here, the Awakened hero. You can see, guys, just absolutely how massive this is. Now, this brings me back to when we started seeing the versions of the Awakened Taylene. First off, you know, these were the moving pieces. I don't know if this is going to be like the screenshot, or if this is going to be the background, or it's going to be like the entrance, the moving entrance, which they have been doing with all of our Awakened heroes within AFK Arena. But you can see, guys, he is massive. It is very, very cool to see. And then looking here, his sword has absolutely been transformed as well, which is cool. He has these larger horns on the top, kind of almost like a whitish red mane, which is kind of true to the Maulers. Then you can see, guys, this is going to be similar to what we've seen again with Awakened Taylene. It is going to be probably the day by day reveal of the skills and abilities that this hero is going to possess. But I am absolutely loving the sword, which we'll look at in just a minute. It is massive, like we've seen before. They're really staying true to the heroes, into the heroes within AFK Arena, guys. We were hoping, and fingers crossed, that we were getting this Awakened version of Brutus. That was the rumor when we did find it in the game files a while ago. And now, guys, it is officially true. This has been data mined. I haven't seen anything officially released from AFK Arena, but we know the Awakened version of Brutus is coming. And this guy's one of my absolute favorite. You can see him in his entirety. Again, AFK Inside data mining all of this information. It is massive, guys. You can see the ring right there, but look at the sword. It's almost like I think it is a golden blade. So again, looking at the first version of Brutus that we've gotten, Brutus actually got the skin. He was, I believe, one of the first heroes to actually get the skin. When Brutus's skin was released, there was stats on it. Absolute uproar from the community. They went back, they removed the stats that were on Brutus's skin, and then we have the Brutus that we have today, which again is utilized in a lot of different methods. Now here, this picture makes me think that they are going to go warrior with Brutus. We know the original one is a tank. Again, I don't know for a fact that this is going to go the warrior route, but looking at the sword, looking at Anasal, looking at a couple other heroes within here, it's either going to be a tank with a very, very heavy large sword, or they are going to do, again, the warrior class. Now, the problem with the warrior class is, of course, the elder tree. That is where, again, a lot of players really really find an issue. When you look at the tree itself, it offers, it doesn't offer haste, but it does offer a life leech ability, which again, a lot of players do not like very much. And as a result, the value is not as high when it comes to that might tree versus the tanking tree. Now, the tanking tree, a lot of players do not build out. We build it in the elder tree to about level 47 because it does give you a little bit a boost to stats. It also does give you a boost to haste. But again, looking at the heroes, we've had a tank with Taylene. We've had the mage with the Awakened Disease. We've had the ranger now with the Awakened Thane. So again, I think this is going to be a warrior class, is again my assumption, staying true to the Maulers. Big thing is, I don't know, and I'm still kind of curious what the special ability he is going to bring. I hope it is a massive damage aspect. But again, we have a lot of heroes that do an incredible amount of damage, including the Awakened version of Thane. Don't really, and I was kind of trying to wrap my brain around this, exactly what kind of AFK arena classes or what heroes we do need right now to carry with as far as support. We know support plays a very vital role, but if he is bringing damage, if he is bringing crowd control, that will really make him beneficial within formations. So between Anastas and Brutus and the Awakened version of Brutus, again, we know there is a new Greyborn hero that is coming out as well. Right now, I would just kind of wait, let the dust settle with all of the new heroes that we get. Do I think Brutus is still going to have a place within AFK Arena? Absolutely. He fills a really niche role within comps, again, lending his immunity and also you know, the artifact with the barricade. It works incredibly well with the immunity that he has, and that he's the only hero that kind of possesses just a one-off immunity. I know we do see it with Ulna, and we also do see it with a couple other heroes, but not in the same fashion that Brutus does, and that is why we still do use him and see him in different formations. In addition, guys, he does have that roar aspect, which will mitigate the dodge that an enemy has, which again can be very powerful, which is the reason you still do see Brutus within formations. Now, when it comes to places like the Mauler Tower, the Cursed Realm, definitely a possibility. Mauler Tower, similar to what we've seen with Thane going in the Lightbearer Tower, I believe the Awakened version of Brutus is going to destroy the tower, just like, again, we've seen with all of our Awakened heroes, which is very, very interesting. Now, they are super expensive to build out. That's the only really drawback. On most of my accounts, I've only built out one Awakened hero at this time. So I've really focused on building them up a little bit more, carrying them a little bit further, but we'll have to see what his skills and abilities do bring. So guys, that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.